Yeah, we've been having some bitrate issues recently, but I'm not sure why. But should be okay. Yep. No, I did not. Is that what you have on right now? Oh, cool, okay. Oh, right, yeah, I still need to read over what they're adding with that book. Is it? It's not out yet, is it? Oh, okay. Hey, Boom Headshot. Yeah. Yeah, speaking of if we're not on YouTube, let's see. Well, we just were. I have it that we're live on YouTube. I'm not sure if that's any different for any reason. If anyone's watching from YouTube, feel free to sound off and chat. I had it set to view or to create an event. I have 0 watching on both. I will figure out this stuff real quick because it says we're live on YouTube. Yeah, Monster Hunter Stories 2 Part 10. Different. It might be the link in the social media. Might be the wrong. Because it's supposed to create an event. Yeah. I'll make sure it's actually like, updated. Oh, I think you created an event, but you had it set to create event on Restream. So you already, what it's supposed to do is if you have it set to create event on Restream, it just makes it as soon as you go live. But we have a second one, so I'll have to go. I'll fix it here real quick. I'll have to update I'm hoping people are reading the live stream workflow because I try to make it so that it's a little bit easier to follow, but I think I'm the only one that's looked at it besides me and Cherie. But no, it's fine because people can see that we're live, which is fine. Gunspony. Yes, hello, Cheryl, Gunspony, and Boom Headshot, and anyone else I may have missed in chat. Sorry, we're doing a little bit of technical fixing here. But yes, I believe, yeah, it's time to fight Gamoth. Have you already fought Gamoth on this run? I see. Boom Headshot, yes, I am here. It's me tonight filling in for Cameron, while Cameron is, I think, busy dealing with some car issues. With either his or Hannah's car, so it is going to be me trying to do Cameron's job tonight. So I will be the one to fill you in with all the annoying stuff about the channel. Just kidding, all the stuff people actually want to hear about the channel versus tomorrow night, which is where we barely talk about it. I would step in and say stuff, except that most of Tuesday nights is Ian and Nate and Gaming Fish just sort of talking, like this big like river of conversation, and then I try to say something, and you can hear it on any of the given videos. I'm trying to say stuff to chat and trying to like do the host stuff, but they just don't give any room for that, so it's kind of a shit show. Gunspony, it's supposed to be Osprey coming through. Can you not hear them? Let me... I guess that might be from your side. I can hear you over the Discord call. I'm not sure if maybe it's one of your like internal volumes in Discord.
Hey,
okay,
can
that
anybody...
makes a lot more sense. No, Osprey is talking to me right now through the Discord call, but I guess you can't hear him through the audio, so we're trying to figure out what that issue could be.
I might have fixed it. Let me know if you can hear me.
Yes, if anyone can hear Osprey in chat, if it comes through at all, please let us know.
I guess I talk for a little bit and see. Yes! People can hear me!
Okay, awesome.
Oh, good.
Thank you all. Appreciate it very much.
Yay, technical problems.
Appreciate the patience. Yeah, so today we are back with Monstie Mondays, and you are, I guess we're gearing up to fight Gamma.
Yep. I just want to buy a little bit more hotness, because I hate the idea of running out.
Oh, that's right, so this is your equivalent for like hot drinks.
Yeah.
If you ever played any of the old games, hot drinks are how you had to like navigate through cold territories.
Yep. Off we go.
So I haven't been on this stream in a little while. Who is our particular team that we're taking to fight Gamma?
Oh my gosh. You have missed the fact that we have a hunter running around with us now.
Oh,
Meet
okay.
Roberto. He's from the first game. He is pretty great.
So is he a Monstie technically? How does that work?
He's kind of... So you remember how there was somebody else with a Monstie before? That teamed up with us?
Vaguely.
Yeah, he's taking that spot, except he doesn't have a Monstie.
Oh, okay.
Alright.
That's interesting. Gunspony, I have not seen more Generations...
I have not either.
Right, more Monsters Generations Ultimate. I'm not sure if you were following more of Cameron's stream, but I think he's towards the end of the game, whereas I am still a baby and in high rank, early high rank in that game. Boom headshot. No, I don't believe so. What happened to my son?
I didn't do anything! So, I got another Tigress egg, and there was talk about genes.
Oh, and wanted to get the better...
And there was...
better genes.
Well, I haven't sat down and looked at the genes yet, but there was a joke about me replacing Thompson and just renaming the new one Thompson and not telling you.
I mean, I wouldn't have noticed because I have not played either of these games. So to me, it would have been the same. You could have gotten away with it, but yeah. I also do totally get the gene part. Like, I did that a little bit in Pokemon back when X and Y came out. Haven't done it since, but I totally get the whole, like, yeah, well, if the genes are better, then...
See, except it automatically, swaps your Pokemon. Or, essentially releases your Monstie when you use them for genes.
Oh, okay.
So
can you have, like, two of the same type?
You use one. So, like, you use one Monstie to transfer genes to another Monstie.
Oh, okay, so you have to have one to be the catalyst for the genes.
Yes.
Okay. That's interesting.
And there's no, like, they have to be compatible sort of thing. It's just kind of a magic ritual thing.
Right. Boom Shot said, gotta harvest those stem cells. I can see that. Harvesting Monstie stem cells for the sake of generating new Monsties.
Yeah, but I did not actually do it. How dare they accuse me of such a thing?
Yeah, so this is the Gamma fight, right? What is there like a particular strategy you have to take here?
Some people use the strategy. I mostly just play smart and try to survive. I'm using
my Pokemon strategy. It's kind of the same thing.
Speaking of which, yes, YouTube, I have been playing Diamond and Pearl.
Oh, that's right. I totally forgot. I have not been paying attention to that at all.
So, I recorded some episodes with Cameron and Osprey of the Brilliant Diamond playthrough.
Yeah, so Brilliant Diamond's our new, like, long-form recording game, right? We're gonna do, like, a full playthrough of that on
Yep.
the channel.
Yep.
That's awesome. I would like to see some of that, because I've only tried a little bit of Platinum back in the day, and I'd like to see more of what the remakes have to offer.
So, don't quote me on this because I am not Cameron. I think the first episode is this Friday.
Oh, okay. I think that might be on the calendar.
Okay. Like I
YouTube
said...
says we turn game blank down.
Oh,
Is
yeah.
it loud?
During battle, it gets louder than when you're not. Hopefully that's better.
Gunspony says no Nate or Bardock. Gunspony, are you talking about for Pokemon?
I'm guessing because that's the only time I've heard the name Bardock. I haven't met Bardock yet, by the way.
Bardock, I know we have done some Pokemon stuff with him. He's I follow him, and I know he does a lot of like Pokemon, a lot of competitive battling related stuff. But I think Bardock is like our go-to like Pokemon expert, so to speak. At least in terms of for people who like stream and play it a lot. And I'm pretty sure Bardock was on. I think we've streamed. What was the first Pokemon game we streamed? Was like Pokemon Ultras. I'm sure someone in chat knows my own channel better than I do, but I'm pretty sure he might have been on for some of the episodes we did of Pokemon Ultra Sun
Gotcha.
or Ultra Moon, whichever of the two it was.
I think Hannah was playing for that one, right?
Yes, I know that Hannah was playing it and that Nate was on for the recording calls.
Okay. Yeah, yeah, so far it's just been Hannah, Cameron, and I. I've also been playing it solo, like without that.
Right.
And I've been having a lot of fun with it. I forgot how annoying Marlene's Lucario is. Oh my gosh. I'm not
Yeah,
quite...
I've heard people talk about that.
I'm not quite to Cynthia yet. Because I got a little sidetracked. I did just add a Swablu to my team. Because I want an Altaria.
Oh yeah, Altaria was always a cool one. Yeah, new Tube Garchomp was also a beast. Oh, and Gunspony, yeah, he was on for Sword. That's the game I couldn't remember. I forgot that we played Sword on the channel too. I think that was the last Pokemon that I played through, like all the way through.
Yeah, Mega Garchomp would be... Oof. I'm half thinking about like adding an Ice-type Pokemon to my team.
Oh, an Ice-type? I did that in Sword because I think it was just necessary for the stuff I had to fight coming up.
Boom Headshot has a question that you're going to be able to answer more than I will.
Oh, what franchise have we done most in the channel? I mean, in terms of just like all franchises ever, I think Cameron in Transformers technically takes over. But if we're talking about like video game franchises, Pokemon might be up there because of the number of episodes. The thing I haven't actually checked though is we were originally just recording stuff on YouTube to begin with, and Pokemon was like our longest running thing for like I think 2 years. But now that we've been doing more Dark Souls, I think Dark Souls might be up there as either number 2, if not number 1.
I feel like
only because it's been the most consistent stream, and I don't know how many episodes of Pokemon we've done versus that.
Yeah. Also, most of my experience with this channel has been related to the Monster Hunter stuff, and I know there's been a lot of that.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, Monster Hunter is probably up there. I think the top 3, I don't know in exactly what order, but I want to say Pokemon might still be number 1, if not Monster Hunter, and then Dark Souls or Souls-like games are probably a number 3. Just by like sheer number of episodes alone, in terms of like time spent, that might just be retro games, just based on how many older, kind of like uncategorized games we've done are present on the channel. NewTube asks, will we be able to make your team? Is that, I don't know, is that something that we could do for a Pokemon playthrough?
I mean, if we were doing a live stream, possibly, but if we're recording, I've already...
Oh, right. Yeah, we're doing the live recording. Sorry, not live recording, the YouTube recording.
Yeah, we're doing pre-recorded, and then we're releasing the episodes after Cameron does some, like, editing and stuff.
Right, yeah. But maybe if we do live stream stuff later, I don't know what Cameron has planned. Sometimes he just goes rogue and decides to stream stuff, so if he decides to do that with his... Because I know he's getting one or the other. If he does his Gen 4 game live, I would love to see... Honestly, what I'd love to see is if we did a chat picks the team, like a Nuzlocke run or something like that. Or in the sense of, I don't know if you could do that with Nuzlocke, but some sort of like chat involved, like team picking and like move picking thing, like Twitch Plays Pokemon, but from just our chat. That'd be kind of interesting.
Yeah, that could be. Might be worth mentioning to Cameron if people are really interested in that. So,
oh yeah, I would be up for that. I would love to watch some of that, actually.
If people are super interested in that, by the way, bug Cameron.
Oh yeah, Cameron is the go-to person. If he hears anyone talk about that kind of stuff, he will absolutely make that a priority. Terrell says, by number of games, Star Fox ties with Resident Evil and Monster Hunter 3. That makes sense. I forget that most of the time that I hear we do Star Fox stuff is usually around the 24-hour live stream, because we've always had it on there as a priority. But in terms of like the number of episodes, I haven't looked at that in a while, so I'm probably missing a series or two based on that. NewTube, are we going to do the new Halo? I don't know. I really want to play it really bad. I have not bothered to sit down to do that, assuming that it's out right now, but we might do that as a live stream thing. I was thinking about the schedule we had for last year's live stream, not the most recent one. But when we did some firefight, people seemed to respond to that pretty well. So I would be cool with bringing on like new Halo or doing some, we talked about doing a show idea for like multiplayer stuff, whether it's like co-op party games or like shooters or some kind of like arena-based stuff. We're kind of trying to test out the waters and see if people want to see more multiplayer stuff up on the channel. So possibly. Definitely need more shooters. Yeah, I would like to see at least one or two more. We did a Destiny thing once that I wanted to be a part of, but we haven't done it since. Trying to prioritize all the different games going on in my life, plus these, and I think it'd be cool to put a shooter back in there.
So I think today my rule for Gamop is gonna be 3 tries.
Okay. It seems like you're wrecking them pretty well. Are you... How do you think it's going so far?
Depends if Gamoth gets that big ice move off that can one-hit me and my Monstie.
Oh, that's right. It's like that big, it's not like a charge move, is it?
I wouldn't really use that phrase, but it's basically a special move.
Guns Pointing asks, is there any way to tell how close you are until you beat it?
If it
I think we talked about that before.
If it starts drooling and its head's drooping even more, that's typically a sign that it's low on health, but it might be hard to tell with Gamoth.
Right, so it seems like it follows like regular Monster Hunter, or I should say regular, but mainline Monster Hunter, where you just have to tell by if it looks tired or not.
Yeah.
That is kind of something I like about this version of turn-based game versus Pokemon, is just the difference in knowing the enemy's health or not.
So
Kind of makes for an interesting strategy.
once I've beaten the monster, I know its health next time. Oh,
Oh, okay.
This is it.
Like, oh.
Rip.
Oh no.
So I'm gonna
Oh,
have
that's your last hit.
Yep. So I will try 2 more times. I will try to save my ride feature until it's going to do that, and basically just use that to cancel it out. So
if the ride feature is where you're like what on top of the monster, and then that negates it.
if I can successfully, like if I use the kinship skill, that's what will do it. Hey Shanice.
Hey Shanice. How's it going, everyone in chat? Everyone having a good Monday so far?
So far I've gotten my ass handed to me.
We are fighting Gamoth tonight with hopefully some luck. It seems like you had it down, or at least you were attacking it pretty solidly there for a while, but I guess there's really no way to tell until it gets tired.
Yeah, and it's that one move. Like, that one move just destroys me. Oh, nice.
Nice boom headshot. Yeah, I like most other Americans this week, I forgot that this was Thanksgiving week until I looked at my calendar like this morning and realized I only work 3 days today, and then Wednesday I am traveling for Thanksgiving and I'm off the rest of the week.
See, I don't really do Thanksgiving, in part because it's a load of bull, but that's a rant for another time.
Right, yeah. But agreed. I kind of feel the same. I only do it just because there's always like a smaller sect of my family that does enjoy each other's company, and that stuff is fun to get together for. But if I didn't have anything to do on Thanksgiving, I've had friends that do like the Friendsgiving thing, or just get like a small group of people that might be unrelated get together and just like hang out like normal. I would be cool with something like that.
Oh yeah, like it's just the whole history of it is kind of awful, and
yeah, not good. Not really a reason to celebrate now.
Oh yeah, you can also get double attacks with the hunter.
Oh, that's cool. I thought I saw that earlier, and I was gonna say maybe that. I wonder if you just hit it with enough damage like early on, or is that too risky to try and just risk going like all out damage?
I have been going all out damage.
I see. Yeah.
So
my family likes each other. It's just that we don't all get together as much anymore. There's a political split between my family, and so my smaller side of the family just likes to do things just between us. I'd say that, assuming that's pretty standard for most American families, because all of the people I know have had very, very similar issues as of the past few years.
I just essentially don't have my family at this point, so.
Right, and that's totally, which is also like fine. Like I think Thanksgiving, for regardless of the history, like shouldn't be a thing where people should always ask about like family. Like sometimes people just do stuff with friends, or sometimes people just don't do anything at all, and that's totally fine.
To answer the question about ice resist armor, yes, I do have ice resist armor. I put on Legiana armor. You just can't see it. Yeah, you just can't see that I'm wearing Legiana armor because I have layered armor on.
Right, yeah. Which I was gonna say, what armor do you have on in terms of like layered armor? Is it a mixed set?
It's the basic rider armor. You can't mix and match sets in stories.
Okay. Yeah, I figured. Oh wait, no, you said that a few weeks ago, I think, that you can only do layered armor like per set.
Well, you can only do armor period per set.
Right. You can't like mix pieces. Shanice, I also am not a big turkey fan. I don't. It's fine, like as a meat, but it's just so dry all the time. I know there's a right way to make turkey, but like the only real kind of turkey I really seem to like is like the sandwich, like cold cut stuff. I don't care for like properly made turkey. Hi, hello, how are you today? That is your name and also the greeting I am giving you. I'm pretty sure we said something about that during the 25-hour live stream. That's just now both the greeting and the name.
Yo. Alright. So I think if I do this, I can interrupt that snow stomp move. which will hopefully keep me from getting absolutely destroyed.
Yeah, I was gonna ask. I assume that there is a way to interrupt it, or at least delay it. At least I would hope so.
Yeah, if nothing else, I might have to break the legs fast enough. If my current plan doesn't work, I'll do that next time.
Oh, yeah. Hi, hello. I've seen the new 2042. My roommate was playing it last night, and I played a little bit of it while he was gone. It's not good. I have been playing a little bit of Battlefield 4 just like casually. I'm not like super competitive with shooters or any of that anymore, but it doesn't feel as fun as 4 does. The thing I like about 4 is that like there's a way bigger emphasis on like doing more crazy stuff with vehicles, like planting C4 on stuff and driving it into things. I feel like 2042, the layout I think is what bothers me the most. Like trying to equip things and like trying to figure out your loadouts is just impossible. I have no idea what I'm looking at, and it looks cool, but it doesn't look very useful. And that I think is like the most attracting part. There's been a few games recently this year that just have nice looking UI but just aren't very useful or just aren't very good.
So I realized a problem. Turns out I had already broken the legs, so that strategy isn't an option. And if I use the kinship skill, it'll just use it the next turn.
If you like keep exhausting the other parts or like breaking them, would that help at all, or is it specifically you have to hit like a certain part?
I've been breaking all the parts.
Oh yeah, I was gonna say that's the only other thing I could think of is just break the rest of the parts and hopefully he gets more tired.
Yep. So I pretty much just have to manage to kill Gamoth before Gamoth can get to Oh come on, Roberto. What are you doing?
Oh. Step it up, Roberto. I also like that his name is Roberto, like he's reverting something, or that's like his theme.
Yeah.
Hi, hello. I had to kind of agree. Metroid I loved because I'm also biased, but it's been harder for like newer games to plant themselves in my memory more. Like I know I've played a few new games this year, and I cannot recall them for the life of me. I usually keep a list of that kind of thing. I started keeping a list of games that I played over the year just so I could remember which ones I played, which sounds bad, but when I look at the list I get excited about all the stuff I played. Ooh, asleep, that's new.
I totally forgot I had sleep knives.
Oh, nice.
Darn it.
Oh.
That might be how I interrupt though.
Yeah, I was gonna say, even as like an interrupt, that would be good, because I think as soon as you hit, I'm guessing that if you hit it with damage right after you put it to sleep, it probably wakes it right up.
And I can't control Roberto.
Oh, right, yeah, so you can't control the other. If you decide to do like a joint attack, do you have to make that call, or does Roberto have to like do something on his side too?
So Roberto automatically uses his hunter art when his meter fills up. And if my kinship meter happens to be at the right level to do mine, we can do it at the same time.
Oh, okay.
So this is his hunter art thing.
Oh, that's a cool animation.
If only.
It even does like the negative filter thing. That's so cool.
Alright, let's...
So what we've got, legs broken, I think, is the head broken?
So at certain points throughout this fight, things become not broken again. But at this point... Well, at least that's what happened last time.
Yeah.
I guess if I have all of the parts broken, it doesn't? I guess we'll find out.
Oh, it's okay. So it's covered itself in snow, which means like it's gonna, if I remember correctly, it does some big attack right after.
So the first time it doesn't have the head-to-head line. Afterwards, I'm gonna have to be ready to... Yeah, see, all the parts are back to,
Oh, wow, okay. That's annoying. But I guess that's part of like the, I guess, quote-unquote puzzle of the fight is trying to figure out what has to be done to keep them from doing that.
Yeah.
Hi, hello. Yeah, I started playing more Smash Brothers because of our 25-hour live stream, which I was hoping the video was up, but I don't think we've cut it yet. But we played some Smash Brothers during that, and I went and bought the rest of the DLC fighters, and I found out that I love playing as Steve from Minecraft because he's just so goofy, and it makes me not take that game very seriously, which is great. Yeah, NewTube, I wanted to play Deathloop, I still have not. But for that like week or two period where it was like really hot, I was about to start streaming it on Wednesdays again, and then just immediately got busy before I could start it. But that is also my list of games to play from this year. That and I mean I've got a huge list of games from across the past few years, but that and I need to finish up the Deltarune Chapter 2. That's the other thing I gotta beat.
Scrambly boy.
I haven't yet. Here he is, my son. I wonder, I hope he'd be effective in this fight. I'm assuming he just does a lot of damage.
Mostly it's because he's a speed Monstie, and that's what I've been... I wonder if there's a... Oh, right, I just used my... Let's see if the sleep knife works.
Yeah, it seems like it was worth a shot. Shinny says the VODs are up. Okay, I wasn't sure if we got all the VODs up for all the different games yet. Hi, hello. From what I understand, Deltarune it's more of like a spiritual successor. It's kind of an, I guess it's an AU Undertale. It's the same characters for the most part, besides some new ones, but it features a lot of the same characters from before. So if you know like Alphys or Undyne, they're also in it, but they. Instead of it being the underground, there's like a town that they all live in. It sounds a lot like different, but it really is the same kind of humor. So if you liked the general like feel and like dialogue of Undertale, I highly recommend checking out the first chapter. It is, I think it's incredibly funny and very charming and very witty and just all around good. If that's your kind of thing.
So this is probably gonna do me in. I'm trying to think if there's anything else I can pull out of my ass to make this work.
Is it about to do the big
Yep.
hit again?
Yup.
Fast fill. Some interesting names for some of these items. I get that they're trying to take a different route for item naming than the mainline games. Oh, blind. Does that do anything?
We'll find out.
Yeah, this is the part in RPGs where I just start throwing all the status effects I can out there and see what it does.
Nope. Rip.
Oh. It has multiple parts.
Thompson went down.
Oh.
I didn't for some reason. Why did I survive this time? Normally that one hits me.
Yeah, I was gonna say, you had like one heart left, at least I thought.
Yeah, so I had one heart left and then Thompson went down. I share hearts with my Monsties.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, I was gonna say. I thought it was just you. Damn. Well, I mean, at least we know that we're getting somewhere. At least it seems like we are with the status effects. Maybe we just need a certain item of some kind. The sleeve seemed like it did a lot.
Yeah, let me see if I have the combined recipe for...
Right.
I do not.
Cheryl, those are also, I'd say, some of my favorite RPGs. Nate and I's favorite game is Earthbound and Undertale for me, especially Deltarune and Undertale are kind of up there. Just in terms of just like the weightiness of it, it's a lot of fun. I highly recommend those games, and I love the defense mechanic in those games a lot too.
I'm seeing if there are any quests that give me like recipes for some of the throwing knives.
Hi, hello. I have not played. So I've watched people play through A Thousand Year Door, which I think is an awesome game.
Ooh.
I wish I would have played it instead of watching it. The only Paper Mario I've actually played was 64, like the year it came out when I was a kid. But Origami, I think it's Origami King is the new one. Looks really cool. I actually like the combat in that too, with like the ring system. That looks really interesting. Those are the kind of JRPGs, not even just JRPGs, but RPGs in general that I like, are ones that like change up how things work. I would like to play Eastward. I think that might be an RPG, like a turn-based one as well. But that and the last one that I really played that was like different was probably Octopath Traveler. That was a few years ago. I didn't beat it because of how difficult that game gets, but I liked. It was an interesting switch up the way that they did defense mechanics.
I liked
hard.
Octopath. There were some paths I had a little bit of trouble with the story just from they made me a little uncomfortable, but that's more of a personal just
Yeah, some of them are not great.
well, and it's not even so much a moral judgment so much as just some topics are harder for me than others. And so I'm not saying Octopath's bad or anything, but I did overall enjoy a lot of the mechanics.
Yeah, the fights were really fun. I remember picking, I think Therian, the thief, as my main or my first character, and I think it was there was like the different tiers of quests, but his like first real big boss fight was like really incredibly tough. Like it took me a long time to beat, but I liked how they used instead of it being like just taking down the health bar, you had those like shield points, and taking down those shield points is like part of the puzzle of it. I thought that was pretty neat. But I've gotten to the point now where it's just hard enough and just like old JRPGs that I really have to sit there and like think about the grind for a bit. So I just haven't been back to it for a few years. But yeah, that was one that I thought was interesting, but it didn't like stand out as like one of my favorites, but I was like, oh, this is kind of neat. Reminds me of why I like these like kind of turn-based RPGs again.
Oh,
Gunsmoney, we could do Paper Mario for the channel. Oh, sorry, what were you gonna say?
It was going to be a slightly different topic, so finish that up.
Oh yeah, I was just gonna say, Gunsmoney, we could do Paper Mario for the channel. Is there any particular one that we should play? Because I think at this point, the only ones that Nate and I have played is just, I think, the first one, and maybe Thousand Year Door, if he's played it.
But speaking of RPGs, had a really cool moment in D&D.
Oh yeah.
This last session, which I think Cheryl would be interested in hearing. So my partner, the Atomic Fox, is playing a paladin, and specifically, like, we found these dwarves in a fortress, and this paladin ended up killing one of the well, a number of the dwarves there, Wargar specifically. But we found a plan to take over the whole of 10 towns with what looked like a Chardalyn dragon kind of figurine that was on a map.
Ooh, okay.
Turns out one of these dwarves that got killed was a prince. So, go on to start storming this other place. This paladin Korriman also takes out the other prince. And then shows up with the severed head of the second prince when we go to confront the evil king. And throws the head on the ground going, "Your reign ends today."
Huh,
And
nice.
yeah, like, and everybody was like, "Hey, like a few people were like, "Hey, Corman, if you need if you're in trouble and need help, just let us know." And Corman, who follows, I forget the name of the particular god, but basically the god of heroic self-sacrifice.
Oh, I'm sure I would know if someone mentioned the name, yeah.
I think Torm?
Yeah, Torm sounds correct.
Okay. Basically went, "I won't." And basically meant, even if in trouble, won't yell for help.
Right.
So
that's pretty good. That's very, like, playing to their character.
yeah, so we'll see what happens. We're still in the middle of the fight. Circle of Shepherd Druid is pretty cool. I'm playing, like, we've talked a little bit about what I'm playing before, but I'm digging Divine Soul Sorcerer, but occasionally there are a couple of things I have that I forget that I have. So I need to start just like rereading my character sheet before every session to try to remember.
Oh, I started doing that. Yeah, I forget like one class ability or two. It's like, oh, this is the reason why your subclass is a thing. So used to playing the base classes. Cheryl, I'm not sure where are you in Rhyme? I am terrible about who is in what D&D campaign that we have going on. Osprey, I'm assuming, is that one that you're in, or is that Cameron?
Cameron's running it. I'm in it.
Okay.
I'm playing the Divine Soul Sorcerer Azamar, who only recently during the campaign found out that he's an Azamar.
Oh, interesting.
So
how many towns did the dragon destroy? Damn, it sounds like it's getting heated over there.
None that we know of yet? Is that a thing that's actually gonna
Have you like confronted this dragon yet, or is this sort of like a only heard about it?
We're in the middle of confronting the dragon. It may have taken off. So also my character totally has a crush on one of the people who lives in 10 pounds.
Oh, I think Cameron told me about this. Yeah, that's neat. I like when people have that kind of like relationship with NPCs in games.
Like, I don't specifically. Vire does.
Well, yeah, it's your character, not
yeah.
You.
It's not one of those.
An important distinction.
Yeah, it's not one of those, "Ooh, I really like this character." It's,
Cheryl says, if you were there, I don't think it's spoiler. You want me to say how the book is written? Cheryl, you're talking about the dragon? I don't know anything about Rhyme myself, so that's not really for me to answer. I guess that's yeah, I guess, yeah, more for you to decide.
Let's discuss this next week, because we are having game later this week. Oh, darn it.
Oh, I caught the tail end of that.
Thompson.
Not my son.
Thompson, why did you let the team down?
He's just too scrambly. He doesn't have the defense. He's just all about hitting hard and missing his target a lot.
Alright. That was try number 3. We'll try again next week. For now, we'll move on to other named monsters.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I was gonna say, are there other quests that you can do?
Yeah, there was a couple of named monsters I was thinking about going after.
Ah, okay.
One sec. My phone is ringing. I will be right back.
You're fine. Can entertain until then. Hi, hello. I have a particular, not a rant about this, but when people, all the times I've heard people say, it's what my character would do, or sorry, I should say, when people talk about people that say it's what my character would do, it's always kind of in this negative light where someone is using it to do some really like obtuse or like obtrusive like action or something like against the party, where it's like someone's being really obnoxious and the rest of the party's like, yo, why are you doing this? I think that if you take the "it's what my character would do" kind of mantra, I use it in the sense of I use it to describe that, like, literally things my character would decide to do that I as a person wouldn't. Because if I'm playing like a like witty, sarcastic rogue, it's really easy for me to play those because that's pretty similar to my own personality. If I'm trying to play something like a little bit more like different, like way more aggressive and a little bit less like thinks ahead of time, that's not something that I would do as a person, but something my character would do. And that's like why when I hear that, I think, yeah, what your character would do is something that's important to keep in mind. But it seems like everyone else hears people say that when someone is trying to do something like, I know we're all trying to stealth through the sewer, but I'm just gonna yell real loud because it's what my character would do. And that's like, I think that's the bad version of that. I think it's important to like have that distinction between what you want to do as a player versus your character. But I've heard so many stories of people just being like, yeah, I'm just gonna do this because it's really obnoxious and it's gonna be funny and people are gonna get a rise out of it, and then it just kind of ends up causing more tension than helping.
All right.
Flacco, hey, hello.
Okay, I'm back. Things are like bad luck is a thing right now, so but I'm here, I'm back. Where'd that quest
I
go?
see. I think, yeah, we were looking at other.
Yeah, I'm trying to find the
other
specific quests. That's one of them.
Ooh, Nursilla.
Yeah.
Haven't seen Nursilla in a while.
It's
So
a
can you like
one.
accept multiple quests and then just sort of like do them out in the wild?
Yeah.
Oh, cool. Okay, I like that.
So like, where'd
Boom Headshot. I'm kind of the same way. I've mostly in the past few years been playing like class and race combinations that I don't like particularly like care for from like a strategy point of view. Like I will play like some weird stuff like Dwarven Warlock or like Barbarian like Dwarf or something like that, just to sort of get out of my comfort zone. I've really been enjoying it. Wrath of La Rosa, I think that is on the docket for stuff we want to do. I don't know if we're going to be doing it regularly if we play Generations Ultimate again, but I know that Cameron really, really wants to. That's like his #1 mainline game that he wants to play. So I want to say we're probably going to do it more often. Cameron's been doing it offline at least a little bit, but I think he's going to try and push it onto our streaming schedule soon. So yes, I want to say I think we're going to be doing Generation Ultimate again pretty soon.
Hello, Nursilla.
Oh man, yeah, I love Nursilla's design.
Oh.
I'm not a big spider person, but I love Nursilla.
So, Cheryl, yes, we had no clue. We didn't find the one thing that would tell us. Oh, I guess this isn't the one we're looking for, because I can quick finish.
Oh, wow, I didn't know that was an option. That's awesome.
If you're a high enough level compared to the monster. So, the Dwarven Warlock thing. So we had no clue this was a Warlock. Our Paladin got Corman got down to half health. And, then managed to get a little bit of damage done on the Warlock. And then said Warlock turned invisible and freed the Shardolin Dragon.
Oh, wow, okay. Is this someone who was, like, not in the party? Is it, like, an NPC?
Yeah, this was the king that we were dueling.
Oh, so the king was a Dwarven Warlock.
Yep.
Ooh, okay.
We had no clue.
I like that, too, where, like, you can't tell if someone's a spellcaster right away, because they usually get described as, like, wearing the hat or wearing robes or something, but if you have no idea and all of a sudden they cast spells, I love that. I love that sort of stealth element of like, oh yeah, I can cast spells. I just don't make it obvious.
2 Eldritch Blasts to the face.
Yeah. That's rad. I love that.
That was so painful for Gorman, though.
Oh, right.
So we're technically following the book, but like we had to follow a slightly different path than I think was prescribed because we broke one of the elevators.
Gotta improvise.
Yep, so that was a thing.
Shanice, I agree. RPGs without quick finish are so tedious. That's one of the reasons Earthbound is one of my favorite games, is because it has exactly that. Once you're at a certain level, you enter into combat from running into them in the overworld. And so if you run into one, or when you get to a high enough level, they start to run away from you. And if you catch one, you just instantly get the XP you would if you did the whole battle, like turn by turn. Which is neat. I don't think it's useful in every game, but I just love that as like a showing you how powerful you've gotten kind of thing. And that's pretty neat.
Oh, when we got to the tower, it wasn't done yet.
Oh. So that's the attacking towns thing.
Yeah. So I'm not sure what's going on. I know
That
technically
kinda-
we're going by the book because we're technically adventurely.
Right.
So I don't know. I don't know what's
That
going on.
reminds me of maybe it's something with Tiamat, one of the dragon, maybe it's a dragon cult thing. I played it early on when I started 5e. Someone was doing one of the Tiamat based ones where there was like a number of towns you could go to stop the dragon cult from doing stuff, and it kind of reminds me of that. It felt very tense because the possibility for the next attack was like limitless.
Okay, yeah, also on the Shin Megami Tensei note, I want to play the new Shin Megami game. I haven't
Oh,
had
5.
yeah, I haven't had the, like, I haven't been able to afford it, and get it, but
That to me I've heard is a much more, like, not serious RPG, but is definitely like the old school ones where it's pretty crunchy. There's like a lot of stuff to it, or there's like a lot of like deep stuff to like the elements and like the combat system and stuff. But I've always wanted to play them. Like the Persona ones, I figured I'll play the quote unquote good ones eventually, because I at least want to play 5. But I did want to play some of the early Shin Megami Tensei games back when the PS2 had the, I guess, like digital Devil Saga. I know there's like a million spin-offs of just SMT, but I did play a little bit of Mega 10, which was the MMO version, for like a night or two probably, and I love the art style of that, of what like Mega 10 had to offer. So I feel like I'd like SMT. SMT is one of those series that like I hear tons about, and I watch people play it, and like I feel like I've only scratched the surface, but it seems really cool. I just need to have the time and patience to get back into something that deep again.
so I totally got distracted and did the wrong thing a couple times in a row.
Oh, did you find the named one?
Yeah.
Oh, I see. Insidious Weaver. That's a cool name.
So I'm not gonna lie, part of why I'm distracted is the phone call I got was basically more bad luck on my plate right now with things, and it's directly tied to a name change, so that's...
Oh, I'm sorry. That's awful. That sucks. I mean, obviously, we never talked about it on stream, but if you ever feel like cutting it short, don't feel like you have to go for 2 full hours. Like, it's never a requirement on my end for streaming.
Yeah. I might have to call it when Atomic Fox gets back, because basically trying to get driver's license updated to California for work. And then they go, well, even though the SSA office has been closed, you have to have your social security card updated. which hasn't been able to happen yet because the offices are closed.
Yeah, so the whole process just can't happen. That sucks.
Which, to get started with Lyft, you have to have it updated for the right state.
Oh right, I forgot that that's something that you were trying to do. And like, there's no like remote option for like the SSA at all. It's just totally shut down.
The only option is the option I did was to mail certain forms of ID in. But the problem with that is you have to be without your forms of ID for however long it takes them, and that ended up being a few weeks for me.
Oh, that's totally inefficient. I feel like I mean, like many things in government, they could be doing it better, but that just seems so like,
so
it's bureaucratic and not helpful at all.
Yeah. Because Domino's was a disaster because they weren't paying enough for the car stuff.
Yeah, I feel like you may have dodged a bullet with Domino's, because I have yet to have a few of my friends that did do like the delivery stuff, especially for pizza, which is sort of like they weren't surprised because they were like, of course they don't care about us because corporations and all that, but especially the pizza places were just like, wow, they really aren't providing us with any of the tools to get the job done.
See, I didn't have a problem so much at Domino's.
Oh, really? That's good. I'm glad.
The main problem I ran into was that was around the time that my entire life fell apart. So.
Right.
But yeah, so it just we're kind of hitting the 1-2, 1-2 from life. So.
Oh, it's everyone in chat is sending good vibes, and
I appreciate it.
as well with that. That sucks. That's one of those, like, obviously it's different with like the name change experience. I feel like everyone has some sort of like problem with, like, I've tried to get like driver's license, like address change, and like do some other stuff. Even like registering to vote here was a little bit of a challenge, but like that's one of those things where it's like, of course, it never ends. But did you?
We won.
Nice, you got it. Nice.
Yep. So
hell yeah, 13 turns. That's not bad.
I think I'm gonna end it on a victorious note and go, since someone's back. Thank you, everyone. I will see you all next week. I will see if there's something else I can do to make it easier to take on Gamoth. If not, we will continue the story next week. Hopefully when Cameron's back. And hopefully things work out. And yeah, I will stay safe and talk to y'all next time. Bye.
Yeah, thank you everybody in chat.